Hello and welcome back to London. My name is Beast, and today we're back
Hello.
with Grisaia. I do have these crackers still that look like they came right out fucking MREs that I could eat right now if I wanted to. Could also just eat pistachios though.
Oh, I like pistachios.
I am oddly obsessed with pistachios lately.
Oh, I love them.
Like,
I
I'm
also really like almonds.
like, you know what? Hold on, just to show off, like. My hand and head for scale, I guess. But I've already like fucking filled up almost 3 of these fucking bowls with pistachio shells in the last 2 weeks. Maybe 3. I guess while I'm at it, I might as well also show you the fucking crackers that I'm talking about. Like, you can't look at these and tell me they don't look like crackers you find in an MRE.
What did you say?
I said you can't look at those crackers and tell me that they don't look like crackers you'd find in an MRE.
Oh, hold on, let me look.
Anyways,
That's fucking hardtack. That's the shit they was eating on the fucking trail of the Civil War. That's crazy. You have to boil that shit so it's edible. What the fuck?
I also have mead with me, but yesterday when I drank a glass, it kind of tasted a little bit off. Still tastes a little bit off. I'll leave it at 1 glass, probably. Anyways, the newly designed Meow Mel has officially become a component of Michiru's world. In commemoration, the girl bought pricey white meat from some pet food store, and after breaking it up into tiny chunks, fed it to the cat in question. Of course, the finicky little beast barely ate half the bowl before turning up its nose and wandering off. But Michiru smiled happily nonetheless, even when she complained about her friend's high-class tastes. The girl looked deeply gratified. It wasn't an unpleasant little scene. I suddenly have a very retarded idea. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There are people out there that will probably fucking want to quarter me for this, but that was a retarded idea. That tastes like shit. Those do not mix. Let me enlighten you on what I just did, bud.
Okay.
I dipped that cracker I showed you.
Uh-huh.
I dipped it into the mead.
Dear God, he turned it into hardtack. He really did.
That tasted.
Was it good?
It tasted disgusting. Those do not
Uh,
mix. Not at all.
you
That
know
any.
what goes good with alcohol? Salted peanuts.
Oh, or pistachios maybe.
Yeah, I love. Um, I don't know why, but people say salty foods go very well with alcohol. So like things like almonds or pistachios or
Okay, that does
peanuts.
slap actually. The pistachios do slap with us.
I told you. I don't know why, but they just go good with alcohol.
Like salty overall goes good with alcohol.
Uh huh.
Like salty, savory stuff.
Pretzels or anything, you know.
Without any objective observer would take me for an average student. By the time I spent with Michiru recently, I think we may have become a fairly convincing ordinary couple. Even if it is nothing but a game.
やめるやめるにゃーあ、いたいた。なんであんたユージの部屋にいるのよ。いつも私の部屋にいるくせに。にゃーいや、にゃー じゃなくてね。わかる？っていうかユージ、ニャメルってどれくらい言葉を理解できるの？
I was reading quietly in my room, but that seems to be the end. Not only Michiru, but even her pet are now barging in here whenever they feel like it. That said, the cat's still wary of me. Whenever I approach her, he runs off and hides. I don't understand why he comes to my room for the express purpose of fleeing. Cat's a more convincing tsundere than his master ever was. To be fair, Kira, which I mean the cat in my garden, not the dude from Scott's server. Which, by the way, my mother decided to call that cat Kira, so it's not on me. Like, she will notice you and just immediately run up to you, like, cuddle against your legs, but when you try to get down and try to pet her, she will immediately start, like, grabbing her, trying to grab your hand if you don't pet her the right way. Like, if you pet her back, she will immediately, like, turn around and try to jump at your hand. While if you pet her head, she will just let it happen. Why the sudden laugh?
Oh my god.
What? Oh yeah, by the way, his voice is kind of off. He's got a doctor's appointment before that later.
I just fucking I thought about the apple again. That's all.
Oh, fucking damn it!
I don't know why it's so fucking funny.
I'm listening. Are you asking about this creature's particular capabilities or the linguistic intelligence of cats in general?
あれよ。とにかくどれぐらい話通じるのってこと。
Well, let's see. To simplify it somewhat, I think he understands about as much as you do.
そんなに？ほとんど人間じゃない。
So you're not?
いや、私は人間だけど、そうじゃなくて、その、
The fucking slapping sound.
まあ、頭のいい子ってことだよね。私と違って。
Well, it's impossible to really understand the thoughts of someone who can't hold a conversation with. Even among fellow human beings, the difference in language can lead to pointless conflict.
だからそういう難しい話がしたいんじゃなくて、ただ単にニャーメルのことをね。
I was trying to be obtuse. It's a simple question of how we communicate our intentions to each other. Very basic stuff.
そうですけどね。もういいです。
The cat still perched on her head. Michiru approaches me timidly, a frown on her face. But it's an exaggerated performance. I can't tell that she's not actually too unhappy at the moment.
あのね、ユージ。楽しいです。毎日。
That's so. Guess your make-believe game was a wise choice.
そうだね。おままごとを発明した子供を呼んでニャンメル賞を差し上げたいや。あのさ、こうずっとデートごっこしてるわけだけど、今もごっこ中？
Sure, not like we've been drawing a clear line, so that works for me.
ってことは、私彼氏のうちに遊びに来ちゃったみたいなことか。
Not sure I'd necessarily infer that dating someone means that you're a boyfriend. What are you on about?
いいの、定義しなさい。だとしたら、こう、ユージも彼女を部屋に呼んじゃったみたいな感じになるんだよね。
Yes, you could interpret that way.
やべ、自分で言ってドキドキしてきちゃった。
A strange one. Want some water?
いらない。
See? I think I'll have some myself. Take a bottle of mineral water from the fridge, pour a glass and gulp down a mouthful. The cool liquid slides pleasantly down my gullet.
あ、やっぱちょうだい。
Sure, not a problem. Wait a second, I'll get your glass.
それでいい。
Michiru snatches the glass from her hand and hesitantly examines it, seemingly uncertain where to put her mouth. In the end, she glues her eyes shut and chugs the rest of the water. You're not child, alright? Don't start squawking about indirect kisses just because our lips are mashed against the same piece of glass.
そういうことじゃないもん。
Retrieve the glass from Michiru's clutches, leave it in the sink, and then take a seat on the bed. Michiru follows, lowering herself to sit at my side. What's with you?
いや、恋人同士って二人きりになったらどんなことするのかな。
Sexual intercourse?
Well,
Something the matter?
いや、その、なんていうかですね。
How do I put this? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. No, actually, those don't have sex. They like people that play that strictly usually do not have sex. They build 10-pire decks and feel good about themselves for playing one singular fucking card. Ten-pire decks are fucking cursed on this world. When a young man and woman find themselves alone behind closed doors, is a perfectly natural outcome, all the more is so for a romantic couple. Don't they seek out privacy for that express purpose?
わかんない。わかんないっす。
Oh, Red Dragon Archfiend. Bright red all the way to her ears, Michiru lowers her eyes from my face. Well, I suppose it's understandable, it may be the truth, but I'm being pretty frank about it. Well, wanna make pretend love?
やだ、そんなのできるわけないじゃん。そういうのはちゃんとしないとダメでしょ。
That's probably the proper attitude, yes. Alright then, let me ask you this instead. This may be a game, but you've still voluntarily paid a private visit to your boyfriend's room. What did you have in mind? Oh, yeah, I forgot that there's fucking Halloween cards now.
うそれはそうだな。手をつないだりとか。
Immediately sees one of Michiru's hands. Okay, done. Anything else?
そうですね。これはしないよ。しないけどね。でもチュッてしたりとか。
Guess say, where?
ほっぺとかもう少し先で耳とか。でも違います。そういうことじゃないんですけど、耳ってくすぐったいからなんかいたずらっぽい感じで。
Let's see, but we're not actually gonna do it, are we? Since there's just pretend and all.
しない。あとはたくさんお話できればそれでいい。満足だと思う。
Yep. I see, it's not much different from the normal routine, but if that's good enough for you, I don't mind.
でも
Apparently perturbed by Michiru's constant vacillating, the cat leaps down from her head and runs off to hide under something.
あのね、キスしたい。
Oh,
Nah, we're not going to, right? Since it's only pretend.
はい。ごっこだけどね。ごっこだけど、したい。
You sure?
する
She speaks Michiru inches away from me. Well, she's the one who asked. I reach over and grab the girl's shoulders, gently pulling her back toward me in order to comply with their request.
何
We're not kissing, aren't we?
するけど、もう、今、早くない
Here it goes.
ちょっと待って
Scrubbing inside my arms, Michiru turns her face away from mine. Soon enough, she's made up an excuse.
急にされるの嫌だちゃんと気持ちの準備したい
Understood. I'll wait for you. So let me know when your preparations are complete.
この状態で顔近くない
I'll be returning to point blank range soon enough anyway. Backing off now would just be a waste of time.
そういうものですか
You may be wondering why I continuously have these odd pauses, bud, right?
uh-huh.
Well, the answer to that is quite simple. The answer to that is fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Hell yeah. Winning.
I observe Biju's face from a few centimeters away. Her cheeks are alarmingly red. Her chest heaves violently with every breath. One would almost expect a sudden illness of some sort, but I suppose the girl is just extremely tense. You good to go?
まだ はいいいよ
As soon as the girl finally gives me the go-ahead, I close the distance between us and claim her lips without hesitation. Warhammer 3. There we go. Her shoulder twitches inside my grip, and in the next instant, I can feel her whole body go stiff as a plank. After a moment, I slowly open my mouth, Michiru's lips adhere to mine, and adhere to mine naturally part as well. Oh lord. Her eyes squeeze shut as if in pain. Michiru squeezes her shoulders vigorously. Shakes her shoulders vigorously, apparently trying to squirm away and escape.
終わり。やだ。もういい。
And so the kisses end. It only lasts a few seconds, but I'm getting the impression it felt a good deal longer to Michiru.
激しすぎるんですけど。
I believe kisses between two romantic partners tend to go roughly along those lines.
シュってやつかと思った。
See, I suppose it's my fault for not double checking first. On the do-over.
いいです。もう大丈夫。怒ってないよ。
Nobody so much as hinted at that possibility, but Michiru denies it anyway, probably attempting to convince herself of something.
だってごっこだもんね。大丈夫。ところで、明日はどこにデートしに行こうか。
What are you saying? The others should be coming back tomorrow, since the DBN these pretend days was to kill time. They should no longer be necessary, correct?
ああ。そっか、そうだよね。暇つぶしだもんね。そうだね。そうよ。そうじゃない。何よ。何なのよ。
Oh, what's this? Pretty sudden attitude change. Was it Tsundere engine started up again?
やっとモーターのコイルが温まってきたところなのよ。そうよ。今までただの暇つぶしのごっこだったから、もういらないわよね。
I'm not sure whether the girl's playing tough or really means that, but she does offer a convincingly ferocious glare.
まあまあの退屈しのぎにはなったわね。でもそれも今日でおしまい。明日からは私はいつもの生まれながらのツンデレに戻るわよ。
Inbred? Are you sure that's the word you're looking for? Something tells me it ain't. Matter of fact, tell me, Michiru.
様をつけなさいよ、この猫助が。にゃ
Why are you going after the cat instead of me? Also, you got the name wrong.
わかってるわよ。ニャーメルでしょ、ニャーメル。もういいのよ。 やっとみんなが帰ってきてせいせいするわ。あんたと二人っきりなんて面白くなかったからね。って何よ。もっと何かこうないの。
Not really. Let's continue to maintain a mutual cordial acquaintanceship, my friend.
よろしくされたくなんてないけどされちゃうんだからね。絶対についてこないでよね。
Those words Michiru stalks out of my room. I have to admit, her exceptionally abrupt change in attitude took me slightly by surprise, but I'm fairly sure I only spoke the truth. Relationship is nothing but a role-play fantasy, founded in fiction, not real feelings. I mean, that's the exact reason we were able to be together so easily, wasn't it? My feeling was gonna get messy. I lie down on my bed and heave a deep sigh. The scent of Michiru's artificial fragrance lingers on the tip of my fingers. It was a sweet and gentle smell, pleasant its own way, but badly out of place in this dreary room. Five in the morning. Whether or not the world changes around me, my priorities stay the same. Barring a job request or other special circumstances, I run. Simple as that. I haven't seen Michiru yet today. Of course, it's still early in the morning, but I've got the sense she won't be approaching me quite so proactively from now on. Naturally, that's because the others are coming back. If they return, our private make-believe world is coming to an end. We'll be returning to our normal lives, such as they are. Run my standard route at a fixed, moderate pace, careful not to wind myself, and finish with a light cool-down cruise. Of course, I regularly pour water onto my heated body to prevent dehydration. It's the exact same routine as always, but for some reason it feels less than fully satisfying today. Today slips past noon and there's still no sign of Michiru. I'd briefly consider heading up to her room to see if anything happened, but that would probably be an overreaction. It's possible that she's just sleeping in, for one thing. After all, we've been running around all over the place on those pretend dates. Wouldn't be surprising if the accumulated fatigue caused her to oversleep. In the end, I decided to take a walk around campus to clear my mind. I'm fully familiar with the scenery by now, but a firm grasp of the local terrain and arrangement of nearby buildings is extremely important. It's crucial to maintain awareness of viable escape routes and suitable places to take shelter in case of an emergency. At such times, up-to-date and precise knowledge of your environment can be the difference between life and death. Therefore, I proceed to sequentially compare the layout of the area against the map in mind. Skaki.
Tadaima.
What's with that look on your face? I'm wrong?
いいえ、むしろ何かあったのはあなたじゃない？とても怖い顔をしていたわよ。
As I was imagining various crisis scenarios by reviewing the area caused by fame, it naturally grew somewhat fierce. Stick my index finger in the corner of my mouth and push him upwards. Is this better now?
何それ？風見くんどうしちゃったの？
You said I was scary, so I constructed a pleasant smile for your benefit. What's so strange about that?
そうだけど、そんなことする人だった？
Huh, even I clown around every once in a while.
おどけてみなさいよ。
Very well, I will now tell a joke.
うん。
Sandwich walks to a bar. The barman says, "Sir, we don't serve food in here."
うん。
Skak, my friend, allow me to explain. The word serve can refer to both offering certain items for sale and...
いやいやいや、わかってる、わかってます。面白くなかっただけ。
What? Not a lot of confidence in that one. It was a smash hit in Bien Bien Fu, you know.
それは良かったわね。どこかわからないけど。ともかく、冗談を言うのは知ってたけど、なんだかちょっと変わったみたい。
Excuse me, did you just say Dien Bien Phu?
Yeah.
The battle where the French paratroopers jumped in?
Probably.
Fuck yeah, I love that battle. I love that battle so much.
Apparently the man was right there.
He was fucking there? How? That happened fucking forever ago. How old is Yuji?
Well,
Bro is a fucking fossil. He just observes every battle that's ever happened in history ever.
Actually, now I'm curious, when did that happen?
That was
Oh,
like
yeah,
in
Jesus
the
Christ.
fucking in the 60s, I think.
Like, you got to realize Yuji is omnipresent. Don't know about that, I'm the
He
same person I've always been.
just exists outside of time and space.
Yuji is no
That-
man, he is an embodiment of
No,
war.
not even the fucking 60s. It was 54. What the fuck? He just exists outside of time and space so he can observe every armed conflict that has ever happened.
Like I said, he is no human, he is an embodiment of war.
He was there in fucking Valley Forge with George Washington.
The man was right there during the fucking Mongol invasions.
He probably rode with the
so da.
motherfuckers.
ちゃんとお土産買ってきたわよ。
Fucking Mongols are coming. That's like Yuji's over there just sniping the fucking riders. How's this for range combat, you fucking mounted archer bastards?
Oh,
Whoa! A fluorescent green glow-in-the-dark skeleton keychain? Never expected you'd actually buy one, much less an anatomically correct model with limbs that rattle back and forth.
だってちゃんと言ってたでしょこれ買ってくるって。
Well, I suppose, but the visual impact wasn't dense enough for this fanfare to ring out of my head.
ちょっと言ってることわかんない。それと松島さんにこれペナント6枚。種類がたくさんあって迷ったから、とりあえず同じ柄を6枚にしておいた。
See, give them to her later. I'm sure she'll be pleased.
そうかな。それじゃあね。
Penance now? Barely even find those things in souvenir shops these days. Where exactly did Sakaki wander off to anyway?
Timbuktu.
Oh no, Chaos and Condit's back.
Blood for the blood god. Skull for the skull throat.
Like, he's just like, oh, Machina's back. He just turns
Tudo
away,
for
and
the
she's just
Tudo
there,
man.
and she's just there in full like Chaos Marine armor.
Her chaos god is Mackerel Man.
ただい
Oops, I forgot to read that.
まあれせっかく帰ってきたのにユージってばあんまり嬉しそうな顔してくれないのねなんなら
Yes, ma'am.
熱い抱擁でもしようか
A few minutes later, Machina's voice unexpectedly reached the ears. Her high-pitched squawking prompts something almost like nostalgia. Must be Namina's back as well. There we go. Not necessarily. I'm satisfied to see you safely returned. That's all that matters.
何よりね何より何
I'll rephrase that. I find your safe return preferable to the alternative.
Chat GPT asked response.
無事の方が無事じゃないよりいいもんね懐かしいなお兄ちゃんのその声その顔その笑顔
I don't think I'm smiling, actually.
えそうだっけじゃあ笑ってみせるのよさ
No, I think I'll pass. I tried some similar just now, and it did not get a very good reception.
ずるい私にも笑いかけてほしいのよさ
Alright, enough of that. Amine, my friend, were you able to enjoy a satisfactory period of rest and recreation? Amine's answer was a light smack, while lightly smacking her own shoulder in a show of weariness.
まあある程度はねでもほら時期も時期だから地元でお祭りがたくさんあってそれにいちいちマキナが行きたがるのよ
Certainly
だって
sounds
さ
like
お
Machina.
祭りってさいいじゃんだから行きたいじゃんイカ焼きあるし
Imagine how fucked up it would be if, like, they go to the goddamn festival, and then, like, they go back to her parents' place, and they just never come back because, like, the fucking crazy dad is still out there, and probably people that, the people that recognized her over here, or also over there for the festivals, and then they tell the father, and suddenly she's fucked.
If I remember correctly, he only got upset enough to try and kill her because she was happy with Yuji, though.
Nah, he was crazy enough that he just wanted her to suffer because, like, oh, she survived, while my daughter didn't. Fuck her.
食べられないのにたくさん買って相変わらずって感じ結局どこにいてもマキナと一緒だと変わらないわね あ、そうだ。お兄ちゃんイカ焼き食べる？ 4 日前のだけど。食べるかなと思って取っておいたのよさ。
やめときなさいよそれ。食べられないと思うわよ。
大丈夫だよ。アルミホイルでくるんでおいたからいけるはず。
Marketer went out of her way to bring it back, so I suppose I'll take a bite. Surely a very small amount can't do that much digestive damage.
やめとき
Famous
なってば。
last words.
何どうしたの？騒がしいじゃない。帰ってきたのに私に挨拶なしとは舐められたもんね。ビシー。
Michiru makes an abrupt, dashing entrance just as before she's fully clad in tsundere armor, her expression cheerful and energetic.
あ、チルチル、イカ食う？食べるわよ。
みちる、それ。
What a bold spirit. Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
ほら、担当食べ。なにこれ？ズズケイか。酸っぱいよ。わかんない。あ、そう。あー、うまかった。
みちるは相変わらずね。
そうよ。
Food poisoning.
相変わらずよ。
I just imagine her immediately giving Yuji the fucking stink eye as she says this. In response to Amina's words, Michiru shoots a quick glance in my direction. I'm not sure of the meaning behind those, but if there is any.
ねえお兄ちゃん、久しぶりだから今日は一緒に寝るのよさ。
Maki leaps in my direction and unabashedly calls herself around my arm. The girl seems to be performing her best impression of a monkey escaped from the zoo. Somebody's really brazen today.
それがね、途中からユージに会いたいってダダっ子みたいになってね。寂しかったみたい。
でもすっごい不思議。チルチルのことは思い出さなかったのよ。あれ？
The ladies
冗
love
談
us.
なのよ。チルチル？
Michiru bites her lower lip and stares in our direction with a troubled expression on her face.
チルチルってば。ねえ。何よ。なんでもないわよ。私は普通よ。
It's clear that Michiru suddenly lost her composure. She actually seems to be hyperventilating slightly. What's wrong, Michiru? Calm yourself.
だからどうもしてないってば。どこにでもいる普通のツンデレじゃない。ちょっと気にしすぎよ。
Somehow I'm not convinced. I exchanged looks with Anime. She seems equally concerned.
大丈夫よね。マキナ、部屋に戻って荷物を片付けちゃおうか。
へえ、もうちょっとお兄ちゃんとの再会を味わいたいのよさ。
Read the room, woman.
Like, I just imagine that this is only going to end once she actually blows up.
いいからいいから。ほら、
Just like
早
school.
くね。
No, that's a different one.
I still can't believe that actually happened.
I mean, better than... I mean, the fucking manga, the fucking anime did it better, where Yuji tricked her into building the fucking bomb, and then as she, like, tries to blow up the fucking schoolhouse, he just fucking called everyone to the schoolhouse. She panicked, tried to fucking block the explosion to protect them, and the bomb just doesn't go off because he fucking disarmed it beforehand. It just pisses onto the floor.
I think Yuji's a very cruel and sadistic man.
Yuji is very sadistic, you know. Bracket torn off me by
If he wasn't the main character in a visual novel, he would scare all the women away.
Yeah. Practically torn off me by Amine, Makina begrudgingly sets it off towards the dorm.
また後で遊んでね。
Yeah. As soon as the two are out of sight, Michiru lowers her head to me apologetically.
ごめんなさい。
For what?
あんな態度とって。でも違うの。そういうんじゃなくて。
Back to her tsundere self.
Nah, this is the fucking tsundere falling off, actually.
Somehow, maybe.
本当に違うの。みんながいて嬉しいの。すごく楽しい。でも怖くなっちゃったの。
Scared of what exactly?
前にも言ったけど、みんなずっと一緒にいられないんだって思ったらとても悲しくなって。それで 変になっちゃった。ごめんなさい。
Drop a hand on Michi's head and pet her like a cat. That's no good. If you're tsundere, then act like one. You're worrying too much about a lot of things.
うん。にゃあんまり
Meow.
変な感じにならないようにするね。
Fucking whap sound whenever fucking Yaomel jumps onto her head. You do that, and there's still plenty of time until graduation, isn't there? No reason to break down now.
うん、わかった。むちょむちょ。むちょむちょ。
It's eating something on top of your head.
うん、気にしないで。
It's eating her
ビス
hair.
ケットだから。
I'm meant to being someone worried, but I'll do my best to pretend otherwise.
風見さんにみちる様じゃないですか。これはお久しぶりでございます。小峰幸。 再
She's
びこ
returned
の
to
地
the
に舞い
land.
戻ってまいりました。
See, this one's the bomb.
Fuck you.
あら、サチじゃない。ちょっと見ない間
There's a
に。
pipe bomb in your mailbox.
特に変わり映えしないわね。
Like, I 100%, like, Sachi, like, if I had to give Sachi a moveset from a fighting game character, it would 100% be fucking BB from Darkstalkers.
And she would just wield a gun. For Joker's neutral special, he wields a gun.
Like, fucking BB's specials involve fucking throwing a mine out from under her skirt. She's literally a Red Riding Hood, but violent.
そうですね。人というのはそれほど簡単に変わるものではありませんからね。みちる様は元気そうですが、風見さんはいかがですか？
No problems worth mentioning.
そうですか。それは良かったです。今日からは風見さんとずっと一緒にいますから、もしご用があれば何なりと申し付けてくださいね。
Is the fucking tsundere going to continue happening until she finally realizes, like, oh shit, like, every fucking girl in this dorm wants, like, some piece of him? This is not going to end well.
He's a
もちろ
ladies'
んみちる
man.
様も遠慮はいりませんからね。
If I was a
それ
woman,
では私、
I'd try
荷
and
物
hit
の
it
整
too.
理を。
Oh, sorry, very bad joke suddenly came to mind. You'd try to hit it, he'd try to hit back.
Exactly. I like being hit.
Fucking random ass woman comes up to Yuji in the street, he just immediately fucking across the face.
Beats
Just
the shit out of her.
she's a spy.
Domestic violence.
サチは普通のこと言ってるだけだよね。それなのになぜか胸が痛くなる。ずっと一緒にいるってユージに言ったとき、心が苦しくなった。なんだろうこれ。
Don't ask me, I'll probably be back to normal soon enough.
そうか、そうだよね。うん、そうだね。私、今日は部屋で休むことにする。ちょっと調子悪い。
松島さん。これ、お土産。
ごめん。今日は休むから明日にしてくれる？ごめんね。
ペナント。
Apologies, but Michi seems to be under the weather. Save those for next time, alright?
ペナ。
With all the students back at the dormitory, our normal lives pick up where they left off 2 weeks ago. Or so I'd like to say. But just as I'd feared, things don't go quite so smoothly. When Michiru spends time with the group, she's quiet and gloomy. Even the perpetually oblivious Makina has gone on, leading to tactful comments such as, "You're acting weird lately, Chiru." From what Michiru's told me, the source of her distress is her belief that everything ends eventually. Everything that lives is designed to die.
I understand that struggle. It's rough sometimes.
The ever looming sense of dread that comes with being alive.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It only grows. It only grows worse with the more hours of uninterrupted consciousness you accrue. That's why Wednesday was hell for me. Personally, it strikes me as pointless now to worry about such things, but the girl's clearly suffering in her own way. Her anxieties and fears are personal things. It's possible for others to ever fully understand them. As the girl grows increasingly unstable, the other Michiru has begun to appear in her place much more frequently. She seems, to put it lightly, somewhat concerned about the situation. That you, Michiru?
そうよ。私。
Oh, it's you again. You seem to be appearing a lot recently.
仕方ないでしょ。あの子が怯えて外に出ようとしないんだもの。ずっと部屋に閉じこもっているようなものよ。実際、部屋に閉じこもってることも多いけど。あの子、なんて言ったかしら。
Meow meow.
その猫と一緒に部屋で遊んでばっかり。どうも君にもあまり関わらないようにしてるみたい。
Me? Why would you do that?
わかるでしょ。怖いのよ。依存してしまうのが。思春期には珍しいことじゃないけど、少し彼女の場合は大げさな。
Oh no, she's keeping your distance out of fear that she'll start playing Overwatch 2. There's something I can do about this. To briefly think it enough, she answers in a careful, deliberate tone.
病院に連れて行ってあげることが一番だと思うわ。彼女はとても不安で、それを誰も慰めることができないもの。
Ah, sounds like a pragmatic approach.
君が永遠の愛を誓って自らの血を捧げたとしても、その約束が本物だという証拠がない限り、あの子は安心しない。かといって永遠を証明するために何十年も時間をかけるわけにもいかない。
And these days, we have plenty of respectable, competent psychiatrists. I
それだ
see.
けじゃないけどね。隅々まで精密検査を受けさせてほしい。何かわかるかもしれない。
Either way, Michiru's not gonna like the idea.
でも仕方ないでしょ。
Lured in by the sound of our voices, the black cat pops out of nowhere, but after taking one look at Michiru, it pauses in confusion and quickly retreats.
これは少しシリアスな話だけど。
Her face suddenly grave, the girl stares at me steadily in
あ
the
の子
eye.
がこれ以上おかしくならないようにちゃんと見ていてあげて。
Yeah, I guess that might be warranted at this point. Those words that turn and leave, the girl's argument seems reasonable enough, but it's unsettling to take advice from someone I know so little about. Well, what is she anyway? I can speculate, but the answer's beyond my grasp. The more I try to fit the pieces together, the more of a scrambled, confusing mess the board becomes. Yeah, in the afternoon, there's a knock on my door. It's fine, come in. I wait a few seconds, but the visitor makes no move to enter. I proceed to open the door myself, and surprisingly, Michiru is standing on the other side with a dismal look on her face. What's wrong? You stopped by for a reason, I assume. How about coming inside? No, that's what you'll be doing for her later on. I'm terrible. The girl was barging in without warning only a few days ago, but things have changed. So Michiru walked here through a rain shower. Her shoulders are slumped, and you can practically see the melancholy dripping from her bangs. Retrieving her dominant candies from her shark pouch of hers, she tosses one after another into her mouth. Perhaps the girl's trying to energize her brain with a rush of glucose. This still seems somewhat excessive. You're gonna give yourself diabetes, then people aren't immune, you know.
ならないもん。気持ちを落ち着かせるための糖分だもん。
Michiru looks up at me with bloodshot eyes, seemingly waiting for me to say something. Unfortunately, I have no idea what she's
あ
expecting.
の
What? You've got something to say and spit it out already.
またデートしない？
Michiru asks a question with a tentative wariness of a small animal peeking out from behind a tree. I think she may have deliberately framed the question in a way that allows her to pass it off as a joke, depending on my reaction. Didn't we talk about this before? Well, it's just a game to kill time, right?
わかってるわよ。そうよね。そうなのよ。でもほら、楽しかったのは事実じゃない？だから、どう？
Think about it. If the others notice, they're going to take it the wrong way.
そうよね。わかってるわよ。ちょっと冗談で言っただけよ。でもさ、ほら、キスだけでもしない？
What are you saying, woman?
なんてね。だから冗談だってば。あんた本
Nah,
気
she
にした
doesn't care
の？
about the kiss. She just wants to play Total War Warhammer
ジ
3.
ョークのわからない男ね。
Hell yeah.
I have to take it as a joke when you say it with such a desperate look on your face.
切実な顔なんてしてないわよ。余裕よ、余裕。あ、ニャンメルおいでー。にゃー。私はね、別に寂しくなんてないんだからね。ニャンメルがいれば平気だもん。にゃー。ほら、いつものビスケットあげる。もちょもちょ、もちょもちょ。
Black Cat easily bites into the doughy cake Michiru offers, not even bothering to smell it first. Foolish little beast. Nothing good could come of allowing yourself to be so thoroughly domesticated. Well, that works, I guess. They say animal therapy can be surprisingly effective.
何よ、セラピーって。私は別に普通だもん。
Michiru turns her back to me and makes to leave the room, but she hesitates in front of the door to mumble one
あ
final
んま
comment.
り他の女の子と仲良くしないでね。
I wait for the follow-up, anticipating something along the lines of a gotcha. Perhaps he took me seriously again? What an idiot. But instead, Michiru simply opens the door and trudges out. Things seem to be heading in a problematic direction. As if to illustrate, the gathering rain clouds outside cast my room into a greyish gloom. I'm neither a prophet nor a playboy, but I have a strong suspicion that the balance in this catastrophic shoebox garden is rapidly breaking down. To fully decipher a story, you need to proceed through it in the proper order. Skipping ahead and learning how things end doesn't mean you understand the substance of the matter. I mean, yeah, that's how fucking Columbo works. Columbo literally shows you who the fucking culprit is at the start of the episode. The thing is, oh, how they're gonna solve the case. That's what makes it fucking exciting. Why am I suddenly talking about fucking Columbo of all things? We have no choice but to patiently absorb the author's words and wait for things to come together. It can be difficult at times, even for me. I've been known to flip forward a few pages and take a peek. Once you've read even one line out of order, I learned one thing you shouldn't have. It's not possible to wipe your memory clean and return to your previous spot. No matter what sort of sentence it may be, you have no choice but to accept it. That's the price we pay for our curiosity.
そうしたらユージってば、私に向かってこんなこと言うのよ。それじゃコロッケが台無しだなって。それはお兄ちゃんらしいのよさ。なるほどね。またその続き聞かせてね。もちろんよ。さ、今日解散解散。チルチルは変になったり元気になったり落差が激しいのね。でもそれがチルチルらしさなのよさ。
She's literally just talking about things she did with Yuji to like fucking draw the line in the sand like you back off bitches, this man's mine.
人生はテンション、世の中は緩急、それが大事ってわけよ。ふふん。それじゃマキナ、おやつ食べに行こうか。おやつだったらあれ食べたい。ジャイアントチョッキー。はいはい、買ってあげるからね。
As impersonation seems to have become something of a celebrity.
ああ、ユージくん。さっきまであの子ちゃんとここにいたのに、君の気配を感じたら急に引っ込んじゃったわよ。
I don't say, she's not angry at me.
そういうことじゃないけど。でもどうしたらいいかわからないわ。
So you're deliberately filling in when she feels like disappearing then.
まあ。ああ、
What's wrong, Michiru?
ごめん。部屋まで運んで。
Michiru tried to collapse into my arms, limp as a rag doll. Fainting in the middle of a conversation. That was a first. What the hell's going on with this girl anyway? I carried Michiru to her room and lay her down on her bed, although I expected her to be out for a while. Only a few moments passed before she groggily sits up. Persona 5 Royal.
Oh yeah.
It'll probably take a few moments
they
for her
ever
to fully
see it
regain
coming?
consciousness, but at least she appears to be alright. Unfortunately, the girl who woke up appears to be the Michiru I know best. You alright? Look at the light.
うん。
Go into the light.
I checked the reaction of her pupils with my pen light, but can't find anything out of the ordinary. Of course, at this point, I'm less worried about the girl's physical condition than her psychological state. I'm going to be blunt, Michiru. You should go to a hospital. You can't maintain a normal life under these circumstances.
うん。
You know that yourself, don't you?
わかってる。ごめんなさい。
That girl said the same thing. It's probably an appropriate step at this point.
あいつ。あいつって誰？
I cursed silently, but it's too late. Since I wasn't in a position to predict the consequences, I've been careful to avoid directly mentioning the other girl to Michiru. But I was distracted by the problem in front of my eyes and my tongue slipped. Now that we've reached this point, coming up with some half-assed lie would probably be counterproductive. Instead of trying to bluff, I answer honestly. She's... well, I guess she's the other you.
もう一人の。私。
Michiru slowly raises a hand in front of her face, then sits there blankly staring into a palm like a wind-up toy that's run out of spring.
心のどこかでこんな風に考えたかったの。眠ってる間に勝手に起き上がって水を飲むようなことと同じだって。無遊病みたいなもので自分が無意識にやっているって。だけどそうじゃないって最初から分かってた。ある時期を境に彼女が出てきたことを知ってる。
But yeah, fucking bitch at it, like fucking keep her under control. I don't want to fucking deal with that one. That's right, there's definitely someone else entirely inside you.
そっか。そうだよね。うん。そうなんだよね。ユージは彼女とお話ししたの。
Yes, we've had several
何
conversations.
度か。それとも何度も。
Many, I guess. To be accurate, I've been talking with her pretty frequently these last few days. I'd really appreciate a straight answer, Michiru. Who is she?
そんなの私だってわかんないよ。
I have the distinct sense that Michiru's hiding something, but there's clearly no point pursuing the topic further right now. Offer a quiet nod instead. The girl seems to know you very well, down to the last little detail. I almost think she was standing over your bed and watching you sleep. But in comparison, you don't know anything about her.
だって記憶がなくなっちゃうから、その子のことはよくわからない。
Guess there's nothing we can do about that. In any case, she said it'd be wise to get you to hospital and...
ねえ、ユージ、
Michiru interrupts me in mid-sentence. I answer with a curt yes.
どんな女の子？
What kind? Sorry, what are you asking?
もう一人の私ってどんな喋り方でどんな風にものを考えてどんなことをするの？ユージの口からそれを聞きたい。
Problematically broad question, but I decided to offer my honest impressions as they come to me. The other you is sociable and proactive, even aggressive. The girl makes sure her opinions are known. And said she refused to talk about herself, so I can't say much more. What I do know is that she seems to be a frank, no-nonsense person.
それで
She a bit of a bitch. Michiru pesters me for more with the expectant eyes of a child demanding another chapter from a picture book. The girl sometimes takes eccentric actions, but she makes sure to handle the consequences herself, seems to prefer clear-cut lines of responsibility. She's unpolished in some respects, but on the whole I think it's fair to say she handles herself well. In particular, she commits herself respectably with our classmates while you're out, to the degree that nobody realizes it's not the real Michiru, at least.
そっか。やっぱり彼女か。その子はユージから見て悪い子じゃないんだよね。
Not sure what standard you want me to judge her against, but I don't think she's a heartless sociopath. That said, I know very little about what she's really thinking.
私より上手に生きれるんだとしたら、その子が私の代わりをずっとした方がいいのかもね。
Hold on, we shouldn't even be thinking about anything like that. If this is some sort of illness, we need a qualified doctor to call the shots. Though I keep it to myself, a certain proverb does occur to me. 2 kings can't live in 1 country.
難しくて、どうすればいいかよくわかんないや。
I mean, you say that, but there was an entire system in ancient Rome where there were 2 people as the head of state, as a type of checks and balances against each other. I mean, it didn't work out. A lot of things like that don't work out, but in fact, monarchy didn't work out either. So the king's line doesn't fucking work. For some reason, there's an oddly relieved smile on Michiru's face. It's the expression of someone who's had a wad of gum cleanly peeled from the bottom of their shoe by pure chance.
次の質問。ユージはその子のこと好き？
If you're asking whether I feel animosity towards her, then...
違うよ。そんな話じゃない。女の子として好きかどうか。
Difficult answer. I haven't been looking at her in that way.
じゃあ、わかりやすく言えば、その子がユージにキスをしてきたら嫌だってこと。
I wouldn't shove her away, but that's about all I can say. I recall my first and definite encounter with the girl in question, when she did in fact abruptly kiss me. She just justified it as the curiosity of someone without romantic experience, but in retrospect that seems a strange excuse.
なるほど、なるほど。つまりそれって嫌じゃないってことだよね。
Hold on, Michiru. Is there some point to these questions?
ちょっと待ってよ。ユージ、前に私がキスしてきたって言ってたぞ。ねえねえ、もしかしてそれって彼女とキスしたってこと？
The girl's normally about as sharp as a pile of bricks, but she hones right in on the problematic points about pain. That's right, I suppose we might have kissed. Wasn't on my initiative, though. The girl suddenly pushed her lips on me.
そうなのか。じゃあ、私がファーストキスだと思ってたのは、そうじゃなかったってこと。
Michiru slowly traces the mouth with a fingertip as she speaks. Probably doesn't even realize she's doing it. As her fingers pass back and forth along her lips, her previously clear face becomes a cloud over. A deep wrinkle forms in the middle of her forehead, resembling the footprint of a bird in fresh snow.
前に私が落ち込んでた時、慰めに来てくれたよね。でもその時に、お前に言われてきたって言ってた。それもそういうこと？つまり、もう一人の私に言われたってこと？
That's right, it was.
そうなのか。それは恥ずかしいな。ちょっとはそうかもしれないって考えてはいたけど、慰めに来てくれて、ユージって優しいとか思っちゃったし。ねえ、デートは？私とデートごっこしてくれたのは？あれは？
I agreed because the idea of playing house with you didn't strike me as objectionable.
そっか。
But to be fair, the girl had asked me to date you beforehand.
そっか。
I don't want you to misunderstand what I just said, so I'll clarify. I didn't play house with you because that girl told me to. It was entirely my decision.
そんなこと言われてもわかんないよ。だってその子に言われたんでしょ？だったらわかんないじゃん。
the girl told him to go invite you on a date. He did not do that. The only reason why the pretend date happened was because Michiru, of her own initiative, asked for it. They would not have happened if she had not.
なんでデートしてなんてお願いしたんだろ
She claimed to be asking because you'd fallen in love with me.
う。それすっごい恥ずかしいじゃん。え、それって私の気持ち全部その子に筒抜けってこと？
Yeah, it's just what she said to me. Your feelings are something only you understand for sure.
そうだけど。でも実際に好きだもん。ユージのこと。
Try to answer I see, but the words don't manage to escape my suddenly hoarse throat.
ああ、もうおかしくなりそう。だって今もこの会話だってその子が聞いてるってことでしょ。その子は私よりもうまく人と付き合えて、うまくユージと会話ができて、自分からキスもできちゃう女の子なんでしょ。
There is no bravery if there is no emotion present. Bravery is to push through fear and anxiety. She did not feel neither fear nor anxiety. It was an entirely emotionless curiosity. There is no bravery behind that.
そんな子に私かなわないよ。
Misha seems ready to cry at any moment. Head to the sink, fill a glass of water, and quietly hand it to her. She accepts it with a muted thank you, but doesn't drink.
私が今までずっとやってきたことってあんまり意味なかったのかな。ほら前に言ったじゃない。気がついたら全部がうまくいくようになってるって。それって全部その子がやってくれてたわけでしょ。だったら私がいる意味って何なんだろう。
Listen, I'm gonna need Yuji to Chad the fuck up and just like toss her onto the fucking bed right now.
Hey,
Just go full Chad real quick, okay? That'll solve a lot of problems,
そ
probably.
の子が私よりよくできた子だとしたら私の存在の意味は？
At the end of this long cascade of words, Michiru heaves a brief, heavy sigh, as if reaching a command to breathe in some invisible musical score.
私ね、ユージとデートできてすごく嬉しかったんだ。キスも初めてのキスだと思ってたんだ。でも全部違ったんだね。私バカみたいじゃない？
Not from where I'm standing, don't worry about it.
気にするよ。すっごい気にする。どうしていいかわかんないもん。
Black Cat wanders in through the door and twines around Michiru's lower legs, but her expression remains stiff.
ヤンメルと初めて会ったのも、大好きだって思った場所も、全部自分で見つけたわけじゃなくて、彼女に導かれたってことだよね。私何もできてないね。変だな。ごめんね、ヤンメル。今は無理だよ。ごめん。本当に。一人にさせて。
Cat rubs against Michiru's feet persistently before finally realizing she won't be dispensing the attention it's looking for. Leaves the room in evident disappointment. It's almost like watching a shadow with its own will break free of Michiru's body and escape.
ユージごめん。一人にさせて。私、彼女のこと好きじゃなかったんだ。でもこんな風になったら、どうしたらいいかわからないよ。
After silently patting Michiru's head a few times, I obediently leave her room. Wrong fucking decision. Don't be so loud, Rain. It's raining outside, not entirely sure when it started, but our surroundings are already thoroughly damp, chill and grey. Black Cat dashes off somewhere through the cold rain, casting a long narrow shadow behind it. Try to call its name, but it's as though my throat has grown rusted. My voice is wiped out by the sound of the falling raindrops. I'd expected the rain to linger, but it vanishes with surprising swiftness. For I know the sound of raindrops against the window disappears, and cicadas emerge from their hiding places to join in a vigorous chorus of chirps. Sunlight streaming in from the window is so bright it almost feels like the dismal little scene in Michiru's room was all an illusion. As the air grows thick with humidity, I rest my hands on the damp desk and settle my breathing. The world, previously dark as night, has at least regained its luster. I can only hope the change in weather rallies Michiru's spirits a little. Alright then. Those words, I push myself off the desk. Times it can be easiest to postpone the planning phases until after you've started moving. My head feels strangely heavy on my shoulders. My thoughts are sluggish and vague. Unless I verbally spur myself on, I don't think I'll manage to take even the first step forward. Alright then, what next? Speak again, trying to get into gear, but my wheels can't find any traction. Well, sometimes it doesn't come easy. Well, sometimes it doesn't come easy. I continue speaking my thoughts aloud, but my strangely flat words evaporate into the muggy air. Seems like this technique just isn't going to work today. But fortunately, the deadlock's broken from the other side. I stand and quietly open the door. Michiru stands outside my room with a face full of regret and anxiety, eyes starting back before she plays with the hem of her skirt. The girl clearly hasn't calmed down yet. Judging from those terribly bloodshot eyes, she was probably crying in her room until not so long ago.
ごめんなさい。
Michiru's just full of apologies lately. At this point, it's no longer clear what she's even sorry for. They're meaningless words, full of when she doesn't know what else to say. You don't need to apologize. Want to come in?
うん、大丈夫。でも私、どうしていいのかわからなくて。
I see, I'm not irresponsible enough to tell you it's not a problem, let alone don't worry about it. But right now, you're too upset to think. Maybe you should pet that cat for a while until you feel a little better.
うん、そうだね。私もそう思ってた。ニョメル、ユージのとこに来てるかな。
No, he's not in here. I saw him heading out of the school a little while ago.
そっか。じゃあ、そこかな。私、ニャメルを探しに行ってくるね。
Michiru sets off down the hallway, presumably intending to head for the usual high ridge. Only a few steps after only a few steps, you lose her balance and has to steady yourself against the wall. Maybe you should get a little rest first.
だってさっき、ニャメルに冷たくしちゃったから、すぐ謝らなくちゃ。これあげるの。
Michiru holds out her hands to show me a small plastic bag full of biscuits in the shape of various animals.
これはね、いい子にしてた時にだけあげてるの。でも、一度にたくさんあげたらお腹壊しちゃうから、ちょっとずつね。
Girl forces a strained, quavery smile onto her face. In combination with her small and red eyes, the effect is downright pitiful. See, by which you presumably mean I just bought too many. You can have one, that's it. But that's it.
あ、そう。私ツンデレだもんね。そういう風に言わないとね。
Either way, I'll come to. Can't leave you alone in this condition.
ほんと嬉しいな。これって、デートかな。
I think the term search and rescue operation is more appropriate.
つまり、デートじゃないんだよね。うん。
I decided to come along entirely on my own. Nobody else played any role. Is that not enough for you?
それでいいよ。じゃあ行こう。
Michiru reaches down and grasps my hand. Since there's no particular reason to shake her off, I squeeze back with a moderate amount of force. What do you plan to do if someone sees us like this? Want your tsundere reputation be ruined?
いいのよ。ユージが勝手に付きまとってきてるってことにするんだから。
Now you're gonna make me just stalker? Well, you are nothing but a troubled princess.
やめるやめる
Looking around the area restlessly, Michiru calls out the cat's name again and again. Probably wasted effort, but I think I'd be able to sense his presence if he was hiding around here. I saw him running towards the road, so he'd probably left the premises for a while. Maybe he's still outside campus.
私は冷たくしたから驚いちゃったんだろうな。ねえユージ、ニャンメルが許してくれなかったらどうしよう。
I'll forgive you. Give me a little food and I'll forget it ever happened. It's just a cat, you know.
何よその言い方。意地悪。やっぱりいないな。
You have a place in mind, right? No need to be so uneasy. After Still walk along the seaside road, we finally approached the usual spot. Michi was not in a great shape. She had to squat down to catch her breath several times. But she refused to take a longer
だって
break.
早くニャンベルに会いたいもん。
Large puddles of water sit on the surface of the road, beautifully reflecting the blue sky above. Apparently trying not to disturb their brilliance, Michiru carefully steps around them as she walks. Even as I'm watching the girl hop around like an unusually dejected rabbit, my mind is somewhere else entirely. A certain unpleasant premonition has begun to take root inside me. At times like these, my animal instinct is vexingly accurate.
あれいないな。いつもはここにいるんだけど。ニャンベルニャンベル
Michiru frankly searches places where a cat might be hiding, but there's no familiar meow to greet her. Still damp grass leaves her clothes slightly wet. Michiru don't get too flustered even if he isn't here. Probably just hanging around somewhere else for the moment. It's no cause for alarm.
だってニャンベルいつも私の部屋かここにいるのに今日に限っていないなんて。
Only a room here. That's more unusual than him going missing. We're dealing with a stray cat. Julia does the haunts.
野良猫じゃないよ。ニャンベルだよ。ねえ、だったらどこか他の場所にいるのかな。ヤジが先に寮に帰ってて、私は探すから。
Look for him where?
全部いそうなところ全部。
Again with the crazy tone.
ニャンベル
Light brown cat spotted with white emerges from a nearby clump of bushes. Michiru heaves a heavy sigh, then crouches down and talks to
ね
it.
え、探してるのは君じゃないのよ。ニャンベル知らない？
Stray cat seems to be primarily interested in biscuits Michiru is holding, probably emerged after hearing the plastic bag
これは
rustling.
君にはあげられないのよ。でも一個だけなら。はい、どこかでニャンベルを見かけたら教えてね。
Might have just wandered back into the dorm on his own by now. Let's get going.
わかった。
Michiru trudges along, clearly discouraged. The sun's just now started straight overhead. They're ruthlessly bathing us in midsummer heat.
どこ行っちゃったのかな。
What's the point of speculating? It's completely natural for cats to wander off. Won't come back once he's hungry.
私のせいで家出しちゃったってことだよね。だったら困るよ。それはすごい困る。ねえ、もしかしてここ大きな車も結構通るし、もしかして。
Don't get caught up in what ifs in the first place. All of a sudden, Michiru drops a plastic bag of biscuits onto the road. I pick it up and hold it out to her, but the girl shows no sign of reaching out to take it. What's wrong? Tired from the walk? I don't mind carrying you on my back if you want.
あれあれニャンベル
Michiru slowly raises a finger to point far down the path. On the side of the asphalt roadway, there's a small black lump like a spot of spilled ink.
ねえユージあそこで倒れてるのニャンベルかなニャンベルじゃない
Can't say from this distance. I'll take a look so you stay here. Understand? Don't move an inch.
ねユージ
The black lump's lying about 100 meters ahead. Must have tumbled along the road for a decent distance after the impact. Has a visible bloody trail leading to the small body. It was awful. Still breathing, but it's a matter of time. Black object before my eyes is without a doubt an unfortunate feline that was hit by a car. But I can't determine whether it's Michiru's pet or simply a stray that bears a strong resemblance to it. Now, if I take the time to observe it calmly, I should be able to tell. For now, I put that off.
ニャンベル
I told you to wait, damn it. Why didn't you listen? When my words completed, the girl approaches on trembling legs.
ユージこの子ニャンベルだよニャンベル
Misa's expression instantly crumbles with despair. Her eyes are already full of tears. I briefly hesitate, uncertain how to explain the reality before us. The cat responds to Michiru's call with a feeble croak. It's unmistakably that familiar meow.
先生どうしようニャンベルが血が出てるニャンベル
You know what? I'm gonna fucking set myself to offline so that doesn't happen again during the dramatic scene.
Fucking absolute Kira. Just ruining it. Oh my god, just barged in.
Calm down. Panicking isn't gonna help anything. I'll take a look. Examine the cat where it lies limply on the road. There's bleeding from the mouth and ears. But the external wounds don't appear that severe. A feel gently around the stomach area. I can feel the broken bones and ruptured viscera on the other side. The animals suffered serious internal damage from the impact. Small, bright red pools of blood have formed on the edge of the cat's eyes. When I pet his head, the animal blinks, sending them flowing down his face like tears. He'd been avoiding me all this time, but this isn't exactly how I'd pictured our reconciliation. He won't make it if we leave him like this. We need to get him to a vet and soon. Tell me if you see a car approaching, alright? I'll stop them. Hey, what? You're trying to get yourself killed? As Michiru dashes out into the middle of the road, the driver screeches to a halt and rolls down his window to shout angrily. I come running after him, put both hands on the hood of his taxi. I'm sorry about my friend, but please hear us out. This is an emergency. Can you get us to a veterinarian quickly? We don't have time to argue, alright? In response to my forceful bluster, the apparently soft-hearted driver nods quietly. When I turn back, Michiru's already carrying the limp black cat in her arms. Get in, Michiru, and keep calm. I don't know. Let's focus on getting him to a veterinarian. That's the most we can do for Meow-Mel right now. Inside Michiru's arms, Meow-Mel draws ragged, shallow breaths, trembling slightly. It isn't your fault, it was an accident. Apologizing isn't going to change anything. They're gonna punch the fucking wall again.
Don't do that.
Wouldn't be the first time I've did that because I heard about a cat dying.
Yeah, but stop doing that. The wall.
Like, I actually caused a goddamn bloody spot on a wall in my house because I punched the wall so hard.
Yeah, stop doing that. I think you need to get your anger issues checked out.
Listen, if you find out your fucking cat died because some asshole decided to speed past your fucking house, you'll be angry as well.
Well, yeah, but the wall is the one that was speeding.
No, I very much fucked up my hand for the week. Cat lying there like a tattered old carpet is slowly covered in a mixture of blood, tears and blood. Not the right thing to do. Michi sees the bag of treats from her hands and breaks one up and places a tiny piece on the tip of her index finger. Meow-Mel tentatively sticks out his tongue and licks Michiru's finger several times. The fragment of biscuits on her finger slowly grows sticky and red with his blood. Distorting the truth would be easy enough. What's the point? My lies can't dull the pain, much less save that cat. Offer them both a sincere answer. Hug and Michiru, that's the only thing you can do right now. Meow begins to cough weakly, trying to spit out the saliva and blood pooling in his tiny mouth. But the light's gradually fading from his eyes. As Michiru strokes the cat, hair falling out in bloody clumps and sticks to the seat of the car, the driver glances tentatively back at us through the rear view mirror. Don't worry, I'll pay your cleaning bill. I reach out and gently rest a hand on Meow-Mel's body. His convulsions don't seem to be getting any better. There's no longer any room for wishful thinking. Won't be long now. One final soft purr, Meowmel extends his forelegs straight out as if to pester his mother for milk. Just like that, he quietly breathes his last. Fuck this game, man.
What the fuck?
Like, I had to hold back so much because, like, at the near the start of the recording, like, right around when Meowmel ran off, I was like, wait, fuck, I think I remember Meowmel dying in the anime. Please don't tell me that's gonna happen here as well. And I was wishing so fucking hard. I was hoping so fucking hard. But nah.
Oh.
Fuck this game. I forgot this happened. I forgot this happened. I'm gonna find the writers and fucking castrate them. I'm gonna fucking flay them alive.
Why can't we just have nice things?
Michiru must have felt the very instant that tiny life disappeared inside her arms. Trembling violently, she looks over at me with pleading eyes. I shake my head slowly, but she nevertheless presses her lips against the cat's blood-stained mouth and tries artificial respiration. Doesn't go well. In the end, she hangs her head and breaks into hysterical sobs. Some people would probably say it's only a cat, or maybe how much can a relationship that lasted only a few weeks really mean. But there's no denying the fact that this cat was an irreplaceable friend to Michiru. Beloved companion was just taken from him in the most meaningless, arbitrary way possible. Right before her eyes. There's not even anyone to blame. No story to explain it, enable acceptance. Death abruptly wandered by and snatched him away for no reason at all. Sorry, but please change the destination to Miyama Academy. You don't have any reason to visit Eventarian anymore. And I informed the driver of the situation. Michiru objects and choked the voice. That's not possible anymore. You know it isn't. Accept reality. I understand that you don't want to believe it, but there's nothing we can do.
どうしてユージはそんな冷静でいられるの？私こんなの耐えられないよ。もし私が私じゃなかったら、ニャメルは死なずに済んだの？一人のあの子だったら幸せな日々が続いてたの？
What you is there talking about that? You're you and she has nothing to do with this. We're getting out. Let me have the cat. We'll take care of it.
一人なんて言わないで。だってこの子ニャンメルだよ。二人で名前つけたんだよ。
I know. Look, just get out of the car, alright? This isn't the time to throw a tantrum.
なんで冷静でいられるの？ユージはニャメルのことが大事じゃないの？ねえ、なんで？こうなったのも私が名前をつけたからだ。やっぱり名前なんてつけなきゃよかったんだよ。私と関係しなければよかったんだ。もうやだよ。こんなのやだよ。もうこれ以上悲しいことはやだよ。誰かと仲良くなったり笑ったりしても結局最後にはお別れしかないんだ。もういいや。こんなのひどいよ。
Are you happy that you escaped this, Eagle? Are you happy? Are you thankful for your PC? Did you get to escape this fucking sadness?
Bastard. Bastard.
You grab Michiru by the wrist and forcibly yank her along. Shut up. Then embrace her forcefully. I hug Michiru's slender body against mine so strong that it feels like I might break her. This is painful for me too. Those words, Michiru buries her face against my chest and begins sobbing convulsively. Meowmel dying is a sad, terrible thing for both of us, but you need to stop drawing connections that aren't there. The cat's death had nothing to do with anything else, and you sure as hell aren't at fault. And you sure as hell weren't at fault. This was an accident.
でも
I've been through something very similar myself. I know how it feels alright, but there's no point in just breaking down. Do what you have to first. If you're gonna cry, then do it afterwards.
わかんないよ。今私がするべきことなんてわかんない。
Then think, don't run away. tempted to pay the cabbie, but he drives off without accepting a dime. Probably wanted to bid the quickest possible farewell to his eerie clients and their blood-stained cat corpse.
彼女は強いんだ。頭もいいし。だからそんなことが言えるけど。私はバカだから。考えたってわかんないよ。
Michiru hugs the cat's body tightly, showing no intention of letting go anytime soon. Seems to have accepted the reality of its death, but clearly has no idea how to cope with it. It's not a stuffed animal in your arms. Can't hold it onto it forever.
わかってる。
Let me take the cat, I won't treat him badly. After a long internal debate, Michiru finally hands me the cat. Thanks to the summer heat, fluid has already begun to ooze out of its anus. The girl's clothes are soiled.
Wow.
Even so, she pets his head numerous times, clearly reluctant to part.
やめる。
Decided it's probably best to let her be alone for a while. After respectfully dealing with the cat's body, I returned to my room and take a shower. The cat died. From an objective point of view, a stray cat was hit by a car. Nothing more, nothing less. The animal shelters abandoned pets and feral strays are disposed of in the tens of thousands every year. For the world at large, the death of that cat is essentially meaningless. But a precious fragment of Michiru's world was stolen away before our very eyes. From that perspective, we're clearly facing a gravely serious situation. I gave Michiru a little time to herself. She had managed to calm down a bit by now. I had to the girl's room to check up on her. It's me, I'm coming in. There's no answer. I opened the door immediately, but paused for a moment before entering, as if expecting the cat to suddenly poke its head into the gap. This despite the fact that I disposed of his body only a few minutes ago. Ridiculous. Again with the darkness. I'll start by making things a little less. Halfway through the sentence, my breathing catches my throat. Michiru's crumpled awkwardly on the floor, almost as if she'd fallen out of the bed. There's a fine white froth around her mouth. Numerous containers of ramen candy lie scattered on the ground around her. I've been slightly suspicious about these for some time now, but now it's obvious that they're in fact some kind of medication. Oh no! An overdose, is it? Lovely. I grab one of the lozenges from the floor and pop it in my mouth. The medicine quickly dissolves when I chew, leaving a powdery substance. I immediately spit it out and wipe my tongue with a sleeve. Not a particularly strong drug. It doesn't make an overdose any less dangerous. Michiru, open your mouth. Push Michiru up to a sitting position and wrench open her mouth with my fingers, pulling out a thick, gooey lump of half-melted lozenges. Pipe down, getting your stomach pumped hurts like hell, you know. Let's try and deal with these here. The air around her mouth coated with sticky saliva. Michiru breaks down in tears. You stupid damn thing, just now. Expect a proper scolding later. There's no need to try and bear everything all by yourself. Instead, I'm here. Hospital. Oh no. So Chizuru.
ええ。なんとか学園内で処置したけど、これは大問題よ。
I'm aware I'll pay for this soon.
そんなこと言ってるんじゃなくて、もう今後は手は貸せませんからね。
It's alright, Michiru. You can sleep a little longer.
私は夢を見ていた。そこは穏やかで、
God damn it, I have to
何の
fucking...
問題もなかった。
You know what? I'm not even gonna move my fucking webcam. I'll just fucking turn it off.
元の世界には戻りたくないと思った。でも、すぐに夢から覚めることも分かっていた。だから怖かった。ただ、ひたすらに怖かった。
No, I gotta turn my fucking webcam back on, I think. Maybe she just wanted to avert her eyes from reality for a brief moment. Maybe she wanted to make a permanent escape from this claustrophobic box. Nobody knows Michiru's reasons. I can speculate endlessly, but it won't get me any closer to a definitive answer. It might even be that the girl herself has no real explanation. Self-destructive behavior isn't gonna change the world around you. Your pain won't make time run backward. Reality isn't going on anywhere. Chizuru told our classmates that Michiru had collapsed from anemia. Letting them know about a suicide attempt would without a doubt have created a counterproductive uproar. At his rate, the girl's going to end up shifting from a pseudo tsundere to a sickly character.
あ、おはよ
Morning, how are you feeling?
う。別に大丈夫。何の問題もないよ。
After a few days of rest, Michiru has returned to her normal routine. At a glance, it's hard to believe she might have deliberately attempted to end her own life. The others were fairly worried, but when Michiru brought out her normal tsundere song and dance, they apparently decided it was completely back to normal. But I think otherwise, it goes absolutely not the same. If anything, she seems like an entirely different person. Perfectly frank, she looks like a lifeless doll acting out a fictional character.
何よ。そんなに見ないでよね。
Right, sorry.
ところでね。私、折り合いをつけたのよ。
But today Michiru strikes up conversation from her end. After the incident, we have only had the briefest of interactions, so this comes as something of a surprise. Oh, what kind of compromise?
もう決めたの。私には楽しいことなんて必要ないって何も望まない。それで全てが解決じゃない？
That doesn't strike me as much of a solution. It's like closing your eyes and covering your ears when the debt collectors knock on your door. Who's gonna pay the bill in your place?
そんなんじゃない。とにかく、もう何も必要ない。だからユージ、あんたは自由に生きていいわよ。
What's that supposed to mean?
私を心配しなくていいってこと。私に構わなくていいわ。私のことで煩わされることがなくなるってわけ。嬉しいでしょ。
I don't remember changing your diapers, and if I thought you were a nuisance, I'd say so. What are you even talking about, woman?
うん。本当は分かってるの。だからそんな風に優しく言わなくても大丈夫。風見さん、みちる様、おはようございます。
When Sachi appears, Michiru abruptly changes her expression, hurls out an energetic greeting.
あら、サチ、今日もメイド全開ね。もちろんです。皆様のメイドですから。みちる様もツンデレ全開ですか？当たり前よ。当たり前なんかじゃないんだからね。おやおや、相変わらず見当外れのツンデレ感ですね。うふふ。でしょ？まあ、そんなに褒めなくてもいいけどね。うふふ。
Was that really flattering?
褒めているというよりは現状報告という感じでしょうか。けなしてはいません。事実。ほら、ユージ、けなしてないって言ってるわよ。ってことは褒められてるってこと。みちる様、大丈夫ですか？ってことね。何が？大丈夫よ。
The other Michiru is currently on control, I feel.
顔色が冴えないようですが、また貧血ですか？寒い日のプールから上がった子供のように唇が紫ですよ。ふふん。大丈夫よ。これぐらいなんてことないの。ビタミンばっかりとってて、部活にも鉄分を忘れてたわね。レバーをご用意しましょうか。うん、そのうちよろしくね。もちろんです。それでは失礼させていただきます。
Michiru, my friend, try not to push yourself.
別に無理なんてしてないけど。でもそうね。ちょっと休んでくる。
Think that would be wise. Michiru shuts herself in her room for several hours, only emerging that evening. Face is slightly less pallid, but she's still carrying herself a little oddly. I managed to calm down a little. 別に最初から落ち着いてるし、そもそも。お兄ちゃん。チルチル。なんで制服着てるのよさ。Girl, you don't get to fucking say. You don't get to say anything here. You don't get to talk. You also wear a uniform. Michiru starts in surprise at Makina's words. Seems to have only just realized that her choice of clothes is somewhat unusual for this time of year. They made a tactful decision not to comment on the matter, but Makina's a free spirit unbound by such concerns. Michiru may be making a decent effort to hide it, but she's in a disturbed, unstable frame of mind. The girl pretty clearly isn't capable of paying attention to her clothing right now. それはだってマキナだって着てるじゃないのよ。
私は学校がなくてもたまに制服着るのよさ。趣味で。だったら私だって趣味だもん。
まあまあ、二人とも。で、みちる、ちゃんと元気でやってるの？
もちろんよ。ちょうど今トライアスロンから帰ってきたとこ。
冗談でしょ？なんで病み上がりで鉄人レース出ちゃうかな？
あんたたちは心配しないようにみちる様健在ってところをアピっとかないとね。なるほどな。でもそんなアピリはどうでもいいのよ。ねえねえお兄ちゃん、外で影踏みして遊ぼうなのよさ。お天気いいし、これはもう踏みまくれんぞ。
マキナってばね、ユージと影踏みしたいって聞かないのよ。一人で練習するって言ってシャドーボクシングならぬシャドー影踏みまでして、なんだかもうよくわかんない感じになっちゃってね。
そうなのよさ。シャドウで影を踏むなんて。ああ、言葉にもてあそばれてる感じがして混乱するのよ。
I see. Well, I wouldn't really mind, but for answering, I glance at Michiru out of the corner of my eyes. There's a clearly unhappy expression on her face. She's restlessly grinding her foot against the floor, considering that tough act this afternoon about setting me free or whatever. She looks distinctly jealous over me holding a mere conversation with Machina. Alright, I'll play once you become a true expert at tagging shadows. Until then, content yourself with your image training.
意地悪。でも分かったのよさ。想像力をフルに使ってシャドウするのよさ。ふみああ、集中しすぎて本当に影が見えてきた。
I'm pretty sure that's just your shadow.
あ、そっか。これ普通に影じゃん。危ねえ、騙されるとこだった。ちょっと私そこの空き部屋で休んでくるわね。
あ、具合悪いの？大丈夫？
平気よ。心配はゴムよ。
なんか今発音変じゃなかった？ゴム？
ゴム？それじゃあね。
松島さん、この前渡せなかった6枚の
The pendants! Take the pendants! You know, see, this is a very effective literary device because penance sound like you're saying penance, as in paying for your sins. It is a very clever way of saying that she feels she needs to suffer for what she has done. A very smart and I'm gonna stop this fucking bit. It's a stupid fucking bit.
She died.
その話はまた今
The
度。
みち
pendants!
るってばまだ完全に体調が戻ってないみたいね。ねえユージ、様子見に行った方がいいんじゃない？
No, I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go. Michiru, you alright? Answer me. You don't look so hot after all, Michiru. Let's...
ちょっと来て。
Michiru grabs my wrist and unceremoniously drags me into the unoccupied room. You just hear Amade outside.
She's just fucking stalking.
What's wrong? The others are worried, you know.
やっぱりダメかもしれない。
Michiru mumbles a spectacularly inadequate explanation in a tear-choked voice. Honestly, I don't know what she's trying to say.
したい。
Want to do what? You have to say it. If you have something to say, then
恋
say
人
it.
ごっこでいいからキスしたい。
Say what? What's this girl thinking? Stop out of concern for her physical well-being and she drags me near for this, of all things? I understand you. First you go on about how you don't want anything from me anymore and then you're demanding kisses.
ごめんなさい。でも私本当は怖くて仕方ないの。だからお願い、またごっこして。嘘でもそれで安心できると思うから。
Is playing pretend really gonna satisfy you?
わかんな ないけど、最後までしてくれたら少しは。
All the way, what's that supposed to mean? Michiru looks at me with an earnest expression and pleads her case.
私胸が苦しいの。このままじゃダメになっちゃうかもしれない。だから私がここにいてもいい理由が欲しい。私のこと必要だって思ってほしい。
I decline. You're just in a temporary state of mental agitation. Sorry, but I don't make a habit of playing with distraught women.
混乱してないもん。
My
い
face
つもと同
wouldn't.
じだもん。
You sure as hell don't look at.
いいからしなさいよね。ほらね。
Can't help but let out a little tactless laughter. I guess the girl's trying to demonstrate she's the same as always by means of this incredibly strange tsundere act, but seriously.
なんで笑うのよ。早くごっこしなさい。恋人ごっこ。
Honestly, you really are an idiot.
うるさい。するのしないの。はっきりしてよね。
Alright, since you incensed that strongly, I'll play along. But this is really going to accomplish
わ
anything.
からない。わからないけど、そうしたらユージにいろいろ話す勇気が出ると思うし、安心する。
A lot of stuff, is it? Well, whatever that works. I do have a lot of things I want to ask you. Pull Michiru close to me and bring my face to hers. When our lips touch lightly, a soft moan escapes from the corner of her mouth. As I request, I repeat gentle, affectionate kisses of the sort, a loving cup of my chair. Something wrong? Your breathing seems to have gone rough all of a sudden.
そんなわけないでしょ、バカ。
Still trying to pull the tsundere act, huh? In that case... As I press my lips against Michiru more strongly than before, I feel her body go stiff as a board.
やめて。
You had to go all the way, didn't you? Really will stop, if that's what you want.
Oh.
But she quickly catches the sleeve of my shirt to halt my
やめ
retreat.
ないでよ。
Did you just tell me to cut it out?
あれはそうだけど違うの。わかってよ。
Hold on. Like... This current scene is the epitome of this meme right here.
I don't. I'm not good at receiving messages. Call that shit Morse code, boy. I can't read it.
Exactly. Fucking... Like men trying to drop hints. Fucking letter that says do it. Women trying to drop hints. Go excavate the fucking hieroglyphics in Egypt.
They think we're smart, but we're not smart.
They think we smart, but nah. We need a fucking Rosetta Stone for their hints. See, in that case, next time I won't stop even if you ask me to.
それでいいと思う。もういいからあんまりいろいろ言わないでよね。
Girl's tough tone fades in and out at random. Feeling nervous, it would seem. Maybe a slightly different approach is called for. I'll make me do all the work, Michiru. Try starting a kiss yourself for once. Appeared to me kissing you unilaterally, a give and take exchange would be more couple-like, don't you think?
仕方ないからしてあげるわよ。特別なんだからね。
Right. Bring my face towards Michiru's and stop just as my lips are about to make contact with hers. Cheeks flush a vivid shade of red. Seems she's taken the hint. After a hesitant moment where her eyes flit back and forth, Michiru softly touches her lips to mine, lightly sucking against my mouth that retreats. Before she has a chance to turn her face aside in embarrassment, I follow and kiss her in return. He pressed her lips together again and again, alternating attack and defense. Michiru?
ユージ、ずっとこうしたかった。
When our mouths part for a moment, Michiru looks up at me with moist eyes. And then they fucked! I reach out to stroke her cheek, then gently wrap my arm around her shoulder and pull her closer. By now, Michiru's fallen asleep in my arms. But I can't exactly lie around here all day. I lift the girl onto my back and head for her room. I wait at Michiru's bedside as she sleeps, occupying myself with a book. I feel a little exasperated at myself for reading at a time like this, but it's the surest method I have of regaining emotional balance. It's not like I'm an indifferent robot. Sleeping with Michiru has complicated my feelings more than a little. And I look up from the book for the first time in a while. The girl's awake and watching me quietly. I ask if she's feeling alright, prompting a quieted hurts. What, did I knock you out? Did I knock you against someone on the way up here?
そうじゃないよ、バカ。わかるでしょ。
Sorry about that.
なんで謝るの？嬉しかったよ。ありがとう。
As she speaks, Michiru offers me a sincere smile for the first time in a while. Alright, then. We're done playing make-believe for the moment, so why don't you tell me what you've been hiding? I'll hear you out.
どこから話したらいいか自分でもよくわからないんだけど。
I lower my paper back to the floor, shifting my attention to Michiru's story. This seems like a good place to end it for the day.
Yeah, I have to go soon.
The other girl.
音量設定テキス
Audio
ト設定
setting.
ダイアログの表示設定音量設定テキスト設定
It wouldn't be a Beast video if he didn't do this at least once.
Huh?
I said it wouldn't be a Beast video if you didn't do this at least once.
I mean, you gotta enjoy the dulcet tones of Best Girl, you know?
Indeed, you do.
Like, she somehow manages to both be a smart, capable woman, but also be absolute brainlet at the same time. So it's literally the best of both worlds.
This is true.
Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Maybe next time, Eagle is actually gonna be here again.
Hell yeah.
He will not escape the sad next time.
Nah.
Bye.
I'm gonna drag him in.
We're gonna forcefully fucking drag him out of his house and into one of our houses so he can be there for the recording if his own PC doesn't work anymore.
Real.
Bye.